You're welcome back to the International Center of the Capital Region Albanese Ambassador podcast, where we explore global engagement, cultural exchange, and the people behind the work that connects our community to the world. I'm your host, David Peprah, and I'm excited to bring this episode your way. Today's episode tells a powerful story about growth leadership and the idea that you are never too young to make meaningful impact. Our guest today is Renato Guida, a rising young leader in international affairs and public service. He's currently a political science major at Hudson Valley Community College, where his academic work focuses on the intersection of global labor, governance, and international policy. But what makes his story particularly inspiring is not just what he studies, but it's already what he is doing. Renato serves as the Director of Student Voices in the SUNY Student Assembly Presidential Cabinet, where he helps represent the interests of more than 1.3 million students across 64 SUNY campuses, contributing to system-wide discussions on governance, policy, and student engagement. Beyond SUNY, Renato has also worked in public service through the New York State Assembly, gaining first-hand experience in policymaking and government operations. He is also an entrepreneur. Yes, he has founded Monticello Limoncello, a venture rooted in tradition and community. Here in the capital region, Renato has been deeply involved with the ICCR, first as an intern in our previous episode, and now as a member of the board of directors. He supports international exchange initiatives such as the U.S. Department of State's International Visitor Leadership Program and Open World Program. Renato's journey from student leader to intern to board member reflects a powerful message. Leadership and impact does not have to wait for later in life. That should probably be our title for this episode. And today we'll talk about Renato's journey into international affairs, what motivates his work, and what his story can teach young people who want to make a difference in their communities and in the world. Renato Guida, welcome back to our podcast.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for the wonderful intro. And
of course.
I think you put too much credit there, but I appreciate it.
No. You totally deserve it because you are doing great. You're doing the job. You're crushing it. And yeah, I may have stolen a little bit of that from your LinkedIn, but yeah, I think you're doing great and we are glad to have you back.
Thank you again.
Yes. And so we're going to get right into it if that's fine. So Renato, the last time we spoke on this podcast, you were an intern with the ICCR, just like myself. And today you're joining us as a member of the board of directors. What does it feel to return in this new role?
An honor, to say the least. It's just such a wonderful honor to be able to be in this position, to be able to be recommended in this position. It's humbling also. I'm super excited for what I can do for the ICCR since I genuinely love the organization. They do so much great stuff. And to be a part of it, especially at such a young age, is I feel like the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited for what's coming up and what I can reciprocate back to the ICCR, what they did for me.
Yes, and I'm excited, and I was so excited when I saw it because to see a young person represented on the board of directors, that's just amazing. It means that the voice of the younger generation is also going to be heard even more, with the ICCR. So I'm proud of you for accepting to be part of this board of directors. But let's go back to the beginning of your journey. What first sparked your interest in politics, global affairs, and international engagement?
My whole life has been internationally focused. I've been around international communities my whole life. I like to say that I think in maps. Some people think in puzzles, or like a mathematician will think in numbers, or someone who's an art major or an artist, they'll think in, having a blank canvas and making their own canvas. I like to think in maps. My dad started collecting maps when I was at a very, very young age. I took on that hobby as well. There's always maps around my room. I love looking at maps, topographical maps, country maps, city maps, anything like that. I love looking at them. I love analyzing them, and they kind of tell us a story sometimes just with the places on the map.
Right.
So first of all, I love maps. Coming from a immigrant family from a different country, obviously I also had that in my back pocket growing up as well. And then also people just in my life. One of my dad's very good friends is Lebanese. Nice. And they owned a restaurant in Troy. Nice. And I used to always go there. And my second grandmother, she was Lebanese. I would always go there. She would give me food, hug me, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, that's my second grandson. So, I had that aspect, and then one of my best friends growing up is Dominican, and the same thing with his mom. His mom used to give me food. I would eat all of her food because I loved it so much. So I was really introduced to international communities at a really, really young age from all over the world, and I think it shows you the good in people, and also the importance of it. I feel like there's not a lot of countries like the United States where everyone can come here and just be successful and have the same ideals, and no matter who you are, and have bring people's cultures here and have it be all come into one. And you can learn so much from so many different people in this area.
That's interesting. That's nice, and that's enough of a reason to be really interested in international affairs. And I can see why you are working in this line from your upbringing. So you're currently studying political science with a focus on global labor governance and international policy, if I'm right. And what drew you specifically to those issues?
Yeah, I actually took off my first semester from college. I was supposed to go to college abroad. Didn't work out, citizenship, bureaucracy issues, so whatever. So I went into construction, and I saw a lot of certain things and disparities happening between like immigrant labor communities, and how there was differences between my company and I would see other companies. And I realized that, seeing that in the labor field, and especially in construction, that really pushed me towards like a labor policy. And then I've again, with this international upbringing, I've always loved traveling different foods from other different countries. So any way I can incorporate policy governance into like this international sphere, that's what I want to do.
Right. That's nice. And you serve as Director of Student Voices in the SUNY Student Assembly, where you represent more than 1.3 million students across the SUNY system. What has that experience taught you about leadership and responsibility at such a young age?
Yeah, it's kind of daunting hearing that number, or when you bring up a resolution, and that resolution could potentially either help or maybe not help 1.3 million students. I'm a student. I'm part of that number as well. So it is daunting hearing that, but I think with that's a lot of leadership that you have to do, but as well, that's why you really have to listen to people on a micro level, and listen to people on my campus and also other people's campuses as well. Taking surveys, having people come up to you at a conference or something, or emailing you about an issue, and then really taking that into account and thinking beyond your biasnesses, and or an issue that doesn't maybe not concern you as much,
Right.
and taking it into a whole collective. Yeah.
Yes. If I have any issue, I'm definitely bringing it to you now. now that I know you're in this position. Anyways, you've also worked with the New York State Assembly. And how did that experience shape the way you think about public service and policymaking?
I think, like many people, I was very skeptical of government, especially what you see now. And I think going into the assembly, I kind of carried that belief with me unfairly. But being there, and for the assembly member I work under, he's very constituent based, which I really, really like to see. He really cares about the people in his district. He's very present in the office. It's not like this social hierarchy where it's like, I'm the assemblyman and then this is this and this is that. No, he'll come to you. He'll ask you how your day is doing. He'll help you if you need help. So it really taught me the importance of consensus, and talking to the people that actually elected you, that you represent, because that's the most important thing by far.
Yes. That's amazing. And now I want us to bring it home to the ICCR. What originally drew you to the International Center of the Capital Region, Albany, and its mission of international exchange?
So I actually accidentally found out about the International Center of the Capital
Yeah, I remember
Region.
you mentioned that.
Yeah. So I ended up seeing it at one of the auditoriums in Hudson Valley. And I saw international. That's like a keyword or a buzzword for me. So I saw, I'm like, I have to do research. So I went on the website. I saw the IVLP, Open World Programs, and Cultural Exchange Programs, all the events that we do. And I was like, okay, this is somewhere I want to be. Did not know what I was getting myself into,
right,
and how much stuff we do and how impactful it actually is. And it just the more I was at the International Center, the more opportunities it gave me for international exchange and talking to people from around the world. I'm a firm believer that, you can hear one thing on the news, but that does not give a true representation unless you talk to the people who are actually there.
Yes.
So you have all these countries coming in, and you can get a perspective that you're not going to get anywhere else.
Right. And now moving from intern to board member, that's an incredible transition, by the way. And especially this early in your career, how did that opportunity come about? And what does that responsibility mean to you, now?
Again, I'd like to reiterate, it's an honor. International, like maps, international exchange, cultural, cross-cultural communication. That's really like my bread and butter. This is what I love to do. This is what I want to do. And I put my heart and soul into this internship because I really wanted to. When I was working at the ICCR, I really wasn't. I loved going to every single delegation visit. I loved talking to every single person. I loved creating content when I was creating content to expand to get more people to know about the ICCR.
Right.
So the responsibility is a heavy one, but also I want to be able to spread the word as much as possible, and that's why I'm working on youth engagement right now, a youth pilot program. That's what I want to do. I want to bring this into the classrooms, even at an earlier level. If I found this in high school, I would have flourished in high school. I would have had a channel to put my anxiousness or my work. So this is what I want to do. I want to bring this earlier on to kids because that would have helped me.
Yes, amazing. That's why you deserve to be on that board. That's amazing. Okay, so from your perspective as both a former intern and now a board member, how do organizations like the ICCR help young people engage with global issues and international collaboration?
I think I'm a prime example of what it does. The ICCR, use this analogy all the time. ICCR is a gold mine that unfortunately, not a lot of people know about. I was given, when I became the intern, they immediately put me into delegations of people from different countries who were parliament members of different countries, very successful business people from other countries, talking and speaking with them. It's an unparalleled opportunity that you're going to get to talk to people, not just people that come to the United States. These are extremely established people in their countries who have a very knowledgeable and informed opinion on either business, politics in their country. So to understand this from other people in other countries it's literally unparalleled.
Yes.
And it gives you a perspective other than the United States perspective, which I think is also very important, as well as, this is a world. It's not just the United States, or not just Canada, or not just France or anything. I think learning from other people and their politics and their successes and their failures is extremely important, as why they come here as well.
Right. And now many young people feel like they need to wait until later in life to make a difference. Hopefully you at home listening now don't think you have to wait till later in life to make an impact. But that's what many young people think. And from your experience, what would you say to young people who feel they are too early in their journey to have an impact in society?
Yeah, I think not at all. Obviously, you have to start somewhere. You're not going to be the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, or hence even the president of the ICCR at such a young age, right? That's just not possible. You don't have the credentials, you don't have the degrees, blah blah blah. But start somewhere. You have to start somewhere. You have to start small. If you don't start small, then you're not going to get anywhere. Yeah. So again, I started small at Hudson Valley. President of even just a member of a certain club, building my way up, learning institutional leadership, how to do event programming, things like that. And then I saw that make an impact on the people in my clubs. Yes. And then later on, you can just build on top of yourself, make mistakes, make yourself sound stupid in a meeting. If you're just trying to ask questions, it is what it is. You're not going to learn if you don't fail. So I think that. I think that if you're scared to do it, you have to start small. Go to a club, go to a book club per se. Right. And then learn how leadership works, and learn how you can make an impact on a small level, and then that will just keep on top of each other, stacking up and stacking
Yes,
up.
yes, yes. What I'm getting from what you're saying, and hopefully what you're also getting is just build yourself block by block. Just,
Yes.
just the littlest opportunity you can find out there, just, be a part of it. And that's how, you climb you make your way to the top, excuse me.
Yes.
And if you're a young person out there, you want to join the ICCR, you've heard about all the works we're doing here, and you want to be a part of the International Center of the Capital Region, Albany, you can reach out to us or apply by sending an email to info@iccralbany.org. Again, it's info@iccralbany.org. You can find us on all social media platforms too. Instagram is ICCR Albany, Facebook ICCR Albany, YouTube, check out our YouTube to ICCR Albany. Okay, so Renato, now looking ahead, what global issues or areas of international cooperation are you most passionate about working on in the future?
This is such a good question. I saw this when you emailed me the question
Yes.
list, and I was thinking about it on the ride here. I was thinking about it before the interview, and I'm still thinking about it. I don't have a direct answer. I'm passionate about many, 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 many things in the global sphere. But for the future, I would say definitely more. I think the in terms of the ICCR, I think the IVLP programs are super important. The Open World and IVLP programs are so important. The response that we get from them is amazing. The opportunities that the ICCR members and also the IVLP people get is amazing.
And sorry to cut you, but for someone who doesn't know what the IVLP program is, can you just touch on it just a little bit?
It's the International Visitor Leadership Program. So essentially, delegates from certain countries or a combination of countries under a certain program. So for recently, we had the Uzbekistan Parliament come and learn about policy making and governmental decisions on a local level in Albany and also on a state level.
Right.
And then most recently, we have a sports program, learning how to do event coordination, diversification, and for influencers in the sports field, a wide variety of people.
I saw that,
Of 18 countries too, which is really, really cool. So we had 18 countries under one roof in an event. So that's in a meeting. So that's really, really, really cool. And it's just so it's a State Department program, and I think they're vital, I would say, for other countries to learn from what the United States has built up, and also for what the United States can look at from other countries as well. I feel like sometimes maybe the United States maybe doesn't look outside their sphere that much, and I think that these programs are a ability to talk to state senators from all over the country, local government officials, and to broaden the perspective and get a new perspective.
Right. And I cut you there, but then I want you to hit on that one again. What are you most passionate about working on in the future?
I really want to do foreign service, diplomatic work. That's my goal. I want to be traveling. I want to be in a new place. I want to learn as much about as many people and as many places as possible. That's my goal. And I think through foreign service, I can do that. And diplomatic work, that's the goal. That's my end goal.
That's a great goal.
Yeah.
That's a great goal. And I hope you're able to accomplish all of that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, Renato. So finally, before I let you go, if you could leave one message for young people watching us right now who want to contribute to their communities or even the world, what would it be?
I think number one, it's join the ICCR.
Please do.
Amazing organization, and I think it's given me so much. I think it gives a lot of interns so much and so much opportunity, and you make what you want out of it. You can disguise the limit with it. And then secondly, again, I just think if you want to contribute, you have to start at a local level. If you want to make change in your community, start at a local level and build up from there. If you're even if it's like a sports team and a local sports team, or it's a local restaurant or whatever, if you have a problem, build up from the local level, and then from the local go to city, then state, then country, then global. You have to build up and then build a foundation for where it goes. If the sky's the limit. Yeah.
Yes. And I love how that has been a theme of many of your answers, building up. If you want to make an impact in the world, it starts from your local community, and that's 100%. How you're able to touch the world. And This was a great discussion, as always, Renato, and I'm very glad you came. Any closing remarks before you leave? Where can people find you in case anyone wants to connect with you?
Renato, Renato, Guida, Guida on LinkedIn. I'm always looking for like-minded individuals.
Nice.
To make a connection on LinkedIn. And yeah, thank you so much for having me. This is a great podcast once again. It was a pleasure. And
of course. Thank you. And it's been me, your host, David Peprah. You can connect with me anywhere to David Peprah, and we'll see you in the next episode. See you guys. Goodbye.